carbohydrate called Vitargo. Gareth. The other week I was driving back from the gym and it was so thick. Do you remember, Rory? I couldn't drink it. Bro, I was like,
you needed a spoon.
Trying to suck it out. It was really disgusting. I'm a blue uniform. I'm a police badge. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Strong and Sculpted. I am just getting ready to go to the gym as usual, and I wanted to show you guys my protein shake and also what I take in my water and things whenever I'm training, so that you can know what you should also be doing to increase your recovery, to grow more muscle, but also to make sure that your muscles are getting not only the food that they need, but the amino acids that they need in order to stay healthy. I drink about, I would say a good 3 litres of water a day. I usually drink one of these in the morning whenever I first wake up. And then I'll probably drink another one of these whenever I'm on the step machine, on the stair mill. And then I'll drink probably another 2 to 3 of these during the day. So I would say a good 3 to 4 litres of water a day I would drink. So many of the world is walking around dehydrated, and water is so important. Quite often when you're hungry, you think you're hungry, you're not, you're actually thirsty. So very important to stay hydrated. So let's go to the kitchen. My office is upstairs in the house. It used to be a bedroom, and then it was a yoga room when I taught yoga, and now it's my office. So I'm always throwing people in at the deep end. I'm going to introduce you to Gareth, who's the resident chef at Team Sculpted Vegan. He's like, I can't believe she's doing this to me. Gareth is actually my brother-in-law. He's married to my sister. Gareth is an amazing chef, and he is actually responsible for a lot of the recipes that we create in the Sculpted Vegan. All of the high protein vegan food is Gareth's creation here. He can't believe how much I eat because I'm always shoveling the most incredible amount of food in my the bin, he calls me, which is amazing. So any of the recipes that you see or enjoy, quite often either Gareth has developed them or I have started them and he has finished them off. But so yes, thumbs up for Gareth. So I'm just going to make a protein shake for post-training. Every day post-training I have 2 scoops of protein powder, which is about 50 grams of protein powder, with Vitargo, which is a high molecular weight carbohydrate. Vitargo gets absorbed instantly by the muscles to replace muscle glycogen. So whenever you have finished training, your muscles are very hungry for muscle glycogen. So any carbohydrates that you ingest directly after training won't go into fat store at all. They will just be used to replenish your muscles. It's quite dark in here. We live in a really old house, so this is like our pantry. So the protein powders that I like to use are from the Protein Works. See here, I always cut the top off my protein powders because I find that whenever you're trying to dig your hand in and get the scoop, like you're always getting yourself covered in protein powder anyway. I usually like the vanilla one for my oatmeal in the morning. But I have the chocolate mint brownie post-training. So I take two big scoops of protein powder. And then in here, well actually this is my Vitargo. So the Vitargo I use is from Bulk Powders. I always cut the top off it because it makes it easier. I usually have 1 big full scoop on upper body day, and I take 2 scoops on leg day. Because there's about 300 calories per serving, so in 2.5 scoops there's about 300 calories. So the 3 main supplements that I take, again, really good tip for you, chop the top off your bag, and then you're not going to have to dig through the clasp. So the 3 aminos that I take daily are leucine, creatine, and glutamine. Now I take a good big teaspoon, heaped teaspoon, because I am training at a higher intensity level than most people. So I like to use a little bit more. The creatine I'm actually going to put into my water to take with me because, actually I'm going to keep that in there, because I like to drink it during my workout. Whenever I am prepping for competition, I only ever put water in my protein shake because I don't want the calories of milk. But whenever I am, she talks to you, she goes, Kangen water, 9.5. So this is actually, like, this is a Kangen water machine we have. It changes your water. It runs it through these electromagnetic plates, and you can change the pH of your water right down from 2.5, which is really acidic, up to 9.5, which is really alkaline. So we only drink this water. It's ionized, electrolyzed, hyperhydration water. Very expensive. but very worth it. So I put water in my protein shake whenever I am prepping, because I don't want the extra calories from milk. But whenever I'm not prepping, I will usually use some kind of plant milk. And I like my protein shake to be quite thick as well. So we're just gonna go over here. Blend her up. If you don't blend it, you quite often get lumps in it. People say, oh, how do you get those lumps? I'm like, I don't get lumps because I always blend mine. The blender I use is a NutriBullet. Does the job for everything. So you know the downside of having a chef who works in your house? He makes things like vegan cookies for the kids, and then whenever you're prepping and there's like these delicious, chewy, vegan chocolate chip cookies on the shelf, it's very hard to resist them. I keep telling him not to bring things like this into the house, but he keeps bringing them into the house. Can't stop him. Okay, so that's the protein blended, and then what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna rinse this, obviously, because I don't want to be a dirty bitch. And then I'm going to just add some of my supplements, BCAA and some creatine, to my water. So I always keep my BCAA here on the shelf. I usually keep my supplements here as well. So this is my pill mill. I keep all my supplements in here and I just sort them all out at the start of the week. And that means that whenever it's time to take my supplements, I just tip out the day with my hand. This is my husband's. He has two of these, one for traveling, one here. So Ryan keeps his here. I keep mine there, and it's a pill mill. Like, it's like you're like an old person, but it really is the best way to keep your supplements all organized. The best thing you will ever invest in your life is a funnel. I have several funnels of several sizes. Then I will just add my supplements into this water, and I will generally drink all of this while I'm training. So this is BCAA powder. I keep it in a biscuit tin, and I keep it on the shelf because I use it all the time. And I will use, like, that's bigger than a teaspoon. So I will use a good, I'd say it's a good 10 grams. Sometimes I put like 15. I'll just put in a bit for extra. People always ask me, how much do you take? And I'm kind of like, I don't know. I just whack it in. Same with the creatine. So I will usually put about that much creatine in. And then I arrive to the gym and people go to me, oh my God, what is that? This is my supplements. This is my special water. I think ready for the gym. I want you to meet someone though before you go. This is Lorraine. This is the second mother who lives in our house. Lorraine, I am like the mother who sits upstairs and does all the work, and Lorraine's like the mother who does all the work with the kids and looks after everybody. So this is Lorraine. People always ask me, how do you manage to do what you do? Okay, so I've talked enough. Let's go to the gym and train some back and leave these guys to get on with it. Rory and I have just arrived at the gym. Slightly late, but I'm always bloody late. So we're going to go in now and train some back. Rory's already told me he's dreading the T-bar rows because, yeah, back is not my favourite day of the week. I think Tuesday when we train legs, quads is my least favourite day. Friday's my second least favourite day. It's glutes and hamstrings. And Wednesday's my third least favourite day because it's back. So, Rory was asking me in the car on the way over there about, do I always do the same exercises? And it's funny because my answer is actually yes. I was telling him that we do the same exercises. I haven't changed my back exercises since last April when I started training with Mark. And it's incredible because what happens whenever you don't change your back exercises, or you don't change any of it, we don't change any of our exercises. And what happens with that is that your central nervous system develops a pattern of movement, which means that it's like driving a car. When you first drive a car, you're really kind of, nervous, and where's the, accelerator, and where's the indicator, and where are the lights, and everything is just new to you. Whereas then driving a car becomes very easy. It becomes a very normal pattern of movement. You can, drink while you're driving. You can put on hand cream, as I do. You can eat your food while you're driving, and all of this. You don't have to concentrate on driving anymore because it's second nature. So the reason why we don't change our exercises when we're training is so that they become second nature. You lose the fear of, am I going to hurt my back? Am I going to be able to do this right? Where do I have to put my legs? Where do I have to do this? And your body just naturally moves into the pattern of movement, which means that the only way you can go with that exercise is heavier. And there are 3 ways to progressively overload the muscle. One is through putting on more load. The second one is through more volume. And the third one is through shorter rest periods. I'm not a big fan of more volume because why do 30 reps of something whenever you can do 6 and get the same results? So what we do is we concentrate always on more load, and concentrating on more load generally means that you will you will build bigger muscle, you'll rip down more muscle tissue, and you'll build bigger muscles. So that's why we don't change our exercises. We keep them exactly the same so that we can add more load, build a really good pattern of movement for our central nervous system, and grow really big fuck off muscles. It's always the name of the game. So we're going to go and train some back now, and you're going to see the monster that is Mr. Marchetti. So we're starting today with wide grip lat pull down. We usually start with wide grip lat pull down because it's a compound exercise, which means that it works multiple muscle groups and not just single muscle groups. We usually start most things with compounds, don't we, Mark?
All the time. All trying to work out the strongest exercises first that you can shift the most weight before moving on to more isolation. So this here, in my opinion, this with wide grip chins would be the best for widening out your lats and adding that wee bit of thickness to that upper part of the back. Do you know what I mean? Finishing point, right? The main mistakes that people make is they don't get that from day one. Even a row, even a pull down. Your initial thing with pull down is you're arching your back.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not sitting straight forward like this. You're arching your back and your chest up. So initially, that's the angle. Nothing else moves with the arms. You know, it's the same in a row. You're arching your back and pushing your bum out. So everything in the back comes to that movement. And the biggest problem is people don't lock into that movement straight away. So initially, and the whole way through the exercise, or the whole way through the workout, is you're off form right away. Do you know what I mean? And then the other biggest mistake then is not going through a full range of motion. So it's the same thing. You should be right down, stretching your lats, and right up going through your lats. Same as the row, or same as the pull down, right up stretching, right down through. But initially, the back has to be round, or the back has to be straightened straight away and everything.
Do you say it's better to go full range of motion down and then only get it to halfway than to go?
Yes. If you look at my lats even, right, if I pull them out like that, that's them contracted.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's them. I can't, the only way I'm going to get any further is by coming up.
Yes.
So if you look that bar, there's my lats completely contracted.
Right.
The bar's here.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So it is.
Right.
You know? Together and tight. And that pulls your chest in the more position. It's the exact same as the back. You push your chest out, that puts the back in more of a position, you know?
Yeah, because if you're doing this,
punching forward, yeah.
You're not really doing anything, you're just working your upper body.
For that reason.
But it requires...
And width and thickness.
It requires a person, like I said, a personal honesty. Like I want to pull my chest back so I can pull my arms right back.
On in. 1, 2, good. 3, come on, and squeeze. 4, good. 5, good. Come on, 6, brilliant. Come on, keep going. 7, come on, that's good. Come on, 8. Good, over 12, let's go. 9, 3 more. Come on. 10, last 2, easy reps. Come on. 11, 1 more. That's it. Let's go.
I was going to go for 15. So that's us, we are done. Third workout of the week over. Tomorrow we just have some shoulders and biceps to do, and then Friday we have some glutes and hamstrings to do. How'd you find that today, Rory?
It was good. I learned a lot about training back, like trying to get the form a bit better.
I'm the form police, you see. I'm terrible to work out with. I'm like, do this and do that and do this, and Rory's like, dear God, like this woman is like Sergeant Major. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them under this video as usual, and we will see you in the next episode of Strong and Sculpted. Take care. Bye from me, and bye from
me.
See you later.
Him, and bye from
me.
Bye from me.
Okay.
See you later, guys. Bye.